What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to gmiasworld podcast. Right now, we're going to be taking a look at the doubleheader on Monday Night Football, September 25th, 2023. We had the Eagles and the Bucs as one of the games that started off early, and we're going to talk about this really quickly. Now, I want to let you guys know that I do believe, like I said before, the Eagles are still formidable. Okay, a lot of you guys think like, your teams fall off after the year where they have a really successful season and, things are not going to remain the same. I want to tell you, bro, that offensive line, Lane Johnson and them boys do not play games. And a lot of you guys are going to realize that the hard way because you pretty much, people don't really look at the trenches. I pride myself in trying to make sure I see what's going on. I love the defensive end play, the linebacker play, the blitzing. I love that part about football. So I want to see what the O-linemen do. I want to see their footwork, and I want to see how they protect the quarterback. And let me tell you something, bro. That Eagles O-line is dude, it's a problem. And if you guys don't know, like they doing those QB sneaks where everybody's lined up, like, dude, you can't deal with that team. So all Jalen Hurts has to realistically do is understand that, look, he took a shot yesterday where he got blasted and threw that touchdown to Alamedy. And I'm going to tell you right now, honestly, if he's playing with that kind of toughness and has that type of O-line play, dude, I don't want to play the Eagles. Because you can't, I don't, listen, bro, you know what's going to be interesting? Lane Johnson and Micah Parsons. I really don't believe that when the Eagles play the Cowboys that they really want to do that matchup. And it's not because Lane Johnson is still actively taking steroids, allegedly. Like, I don't know what he does, bro. Listen, I'm just telling you this right now. The man is extremely talented, okay? He's a big dude. And I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they got to do some stunts. They got to put him on the other side. But it's not going to go down like that. Like, I will tell you right now, Micah Parsons is not going to be able to deal with Lane Johnson like he's dealing with all these other idiots that's playing O-line. I just want to let you guys know that dude is a savage. And he's been a savage for a very, very long time. And, just looking at it overall, the Bucs couldn't really do much. But we're going to get to the Bucs in a second. I want to talk about Swift. Swift was unbelievable. 130 yards on 16 carries, 29-yard long run. It was pretty good. A.J. Brown got, a decent amount of targets with 14, got 9 catches, 131 yards. Maybe he'll stop complaining now. He didn't get a touchdown, though. So he might still complain and act like a baby on the sidelines. But for the most part, he got his touches. So, the Eagles overall play decent. Defensively, they are very stout. So I'm not really worried about that. I'm just trying to figure out, like I said, how it's going to be looking. I know it's early, just week 3. But it looks like the Eagles may be built for later for the playoff run. Now, Baker Mayfield threw a touchdown to Mike Evans that he dropped. Mike Evans should have had 2 touchdowns in this game. Now, you could say the Eagles player made a play in the end zone on the right side of the field. I don't really care about all that. I'm going to tell you this right now. You got to catch that football. You want to talk about you want to get a trade if this, this and that if you don't get something this season and then you dropping touchdowns like that. See, that would have changed the game. I believe, right, that if Baker Mayfield makes that throw and they get that touchdown, that later on in the game, he doesn't throw his first pick of the season. That he's a little bit more comfortable and the game is not like, rocking back and forth the way it was. And they have a little bit more of a, it's a closer type of feel where they can be relaxed. I think that situation caused a lot of issues and anxiety for Baker. Because you got to remember, he's a human being just like all of us. It's in the back of his head. As much as he tries to act like he ignores it, just like we hear the greats say, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, they hear everything. They hear everything. They just act like they don't. So Baker Mayfield, I believe, if Mike Evans makes that catch, it's a different ballgame. Godwin made a few catches. He had, 5 targets, 3 catches. I don't know what's going on with him, to be honest. But I will tell you this. Baker looked a lot more impressive than I thought he would. I know his QBR was 34. His quarterback rating was 73.1. But just to see the way he was in the game, like he didn't look scared. He didn't look intimidated, but I don't think he's ever did that. Even in college, he always just plays with a lot of pride. But I was very surprised. And if his players didn't drop the passes in certain cases that they did, it wouldn't have led him to make some of the decisions I believe that he did later. So Baker Mayfield, as much as everybody is like, yo, he sucks, you know what I'm saying, bro? I don't really know. He might be, what did the announcer say that he's played for 8 different head coaches? Like, dude, I don't know. He's just had a really bad draw in the NFL, I believe. But just watching him and just sitting there and to be able to, I was flipping through the games to see what was going on in both games. We're going to get to those Bengals in a second. But Baker Mayfield looks decent. So the Bucs are not really a team that can't win, is what my point is in the South. Like, they can actually win with Baker. If Mike Evans put some stickum on his hands like Jerry Rice used to do, maybe it'll be a little bit better. But I was really disappointed in him dropping that ball. I don't care what any of you guys said. He should have catch that. He should have caught that ball. But overall, the Eagles dominated them, so it doesn't really matter. The Eagles were the better team, and it was proven in the game. And that's ultimately what it is. So it's nothing to really write home about. Now, the Rams, right? The Rams and the Bengals. This is a few things that I want to say about this game so that everybody thoroughly understands what's actually going on, right? This game right here, I don't want you guys to believe that the Los Angeles Rams are not a good team. I thought they would suck, but Matthew Stafford is playing very, very well right now. Okay, now it's the same situation. I don't really know who's going to be his number one receiver. I don't know what happened to Higbee. He had 71 yards on 5 receptions. Nakua had 5 receptions, 72 yards. But he had 7 targets. He dropped one that I thought he should have caught, but that's neither here nor there. Van Jefferson's supposed to be pretty decent. He had 1 reception on 3 targets. I don't know what's going on with that situation. The run game is suffering. Kyron Williams, 10 carries, 38 yards. That's not going to get it done, obviously. But the Rams still play good defense. And people don't give them credit for that, but they actually still play good defense. And one of the things that I want people to understand, and I want you guys to make sure you get this through your heads, right? I was completely blindsided by the way they've been playing their first 3 games. The Rams actually played tough every single game. And that's kudos to Stafford. Because I really didn't think that he would be able to do this and come back and play the way he's playing right now. So I'm a man about it. I got to tell you, I know he had 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions, but some of the plays that he made, some of the escapes that he did, he's healthy and you can see it. So they kind of scare me a little bit because I don't know what they're going to do. And it could be a random game where they get they get some points and they're an underdog and they'll beat the hell out of somebody because they play very, very tough. And quite honestly, they could have easily won this game because the Bengals are looking really dirty and nasty right now. And we're going to talk about that in a second. But they are looking horrific. So kudos to the Rams. Aaron Donald made a couple sightings last night with QB pressures and sacks, so that was also good. But I'm very impressed with the way that the Rams are playing. I got to be honest. If it was 2 trash teams trying to battle it out, you know what I'm saying, bro? 2 garbage cans running around. But that's a dangerous team right there, the Rams. Now, the Bengals. This is what I want you Bengal fans to understand. Joe Burrow probably is injured, okay? But it's aware everybody knows about, the ankle sprain, the re-aggravation, or whatever else he's going through. He doesn't look like the Joe Burrow of old. He doesn't look like the guy that's worth all that money. He actually looks like he sucks. And you know why I'm a little bit more angry about it? It's the fact that it seems like people don't understand that people can actually regress. Now, I don't know if that's what he's doing. I don't know if it's all about the injury. Like I just said, Matthew Stafford looked pretty bad too when he was playing hurt. Joe Burrow could be the same scenario, all right? But whatever he's doing, 26 of 49 is disgusting, okay? Jamar Chase finally got involved a little bit more. He had 15 targets, caught 12. He had 141 yards. No touchdowns, though, and not a lot of explosive plays. And the reason for that is because, the Rams play a lot of 2-man under. They got the 2 deep safeties, and they're not worried about getting beat over the top with a speedster like Jamar Chase. But even with all of that, other than Joe Mixon's touchdown, it wasn't really anything exciting about this game. It was a really bad, I don't know why they put this team out there. Well, actually, I do. They probably thought we would be getting the old Joe Burrow. But he actually looks disgusting. So my suggestion is, you probably got to sit him and let him heal up. Because putting him out there as your franchise QB with a risk of continuing to re-aggravate it, we all know where that goes. You don't get healthier by still playing on an injury. So if that's what the excuse is, it needs to be fixed because he looks horrific and it's disgusting to see. And I just want to make sure everybody understands that. So the future of the Bengals is Joe Burrow. They should let the man get healthy and find somebody else, sign somebody else, put somebody else out there a couple games and let that man heal up. Because a QBR of 25 is just not going to get it done. It's just not going to happen, Joe Burrow. 25, bro? 59 rating? No, dude, we're not going to do this anymore. So we got to fix this and figure it out. And that's what I would suggest for everybody that's asking, yo, G, what do you think about the Bengals? I think they suck. They won the game 19-16, but they shouldn't have won. It was an ugly win, and it sucked. But other than that, I hope you guys are having a great week. I'm going to see you guys back here at gmiasworld Podcast very, very soon. You guys go ahead and have a blessed day. Until next time, one love, y'all.